Corsetti, and my guest today is Perry Corsetti. What's up, Power?
What's up, brother? What's going on?
Let's talk about the Phillies. Baseball season is back, brother.
It's back, man. Football season's over, and now it's time for a little ball.
You think you know ball? We'll see real well today, won't we?
Hey, I think after what I told you last year, I knew ball.
We both had the Phillies go in the World Series, so.
I did, and they ended up choking. But
Well, we're going to start we're not doing no World Series predictions today.
All right.
It's too early. We'll do divisions because I'm going to do the Phillies out during the year. Closer to the once the playoff happens in October, then we'll do the playoff predictions.
All right.
But we will do the division standings for each division today. But I was watching the Phillies today, and a little bit, and Aiden Miller and Justin Crawford were both in the lineup.
About time, man.
But I didn't really see what Aiden Miller did because I came back, and
he hasn't got a hit yet in the spring.
Yeah, I didn't see what he did today. Crawford, I think
he got a hit.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't look at the box score for that game today. But I'd rather see Crawford and Rojas battle out for the spot.
Hey, if it was up to me, I would like both of them to be able to battle for the spot. The only thing I disagree with the Phillies is they love to wait till way too long to bring up their prospects and let them grow and let them more so figure out the game in the pros, where they wait till they're 25, 26 and like, all right, yeah, we're gonna bring them up. Especially right now, because we know Rojas isn't the answer. We've seen it the last 2 years. I told you at the deadline they should have made a move for a center fielder, and yet they still.
They did make a move. They made a move for Austin Hayes.
Come on, man, terrible.
You know why I think the Phillies didn't make a move for anyone this year is because the Phillies, depending what they do with Schwarber and JT, they're going to have a lot of money to spend next year. So, you know who they could be on the radar? Mr. Vlad Guerrero Jr.
I wouldn't mind Vladdy, but especially, he's playing. Isn't he playing first now?
Put him at DH.
Give my boy Schwarber. Get him back here, man. I think they re-sign Schwarber anyway. I'm not too worried about that.
Now, do they re-sign? I'm just saying there's a possibility. Or what else they could do? They could go out and get somebody else. They could let JT go. They could trade for Trout. There's a lot of things they could do.
Hey, go get Trout, man. Let's run this thing back.
I told you, if we get another hitter and Marchand's a pretty good defender and hit, I would let JT walk.
Yeah. I'm not totally off JT yet.
I'm not saying I'm not off JT, but if you told me they could get a better hitter and you have Marchand, who's like when the Phillies won the World Series in 08, who was their catcher? Carlos Ruiz. He didn't smash.
Yeah, he was actually, I think that was before he got on whatever he was taking. Him and Pedro Feliz couldn't hit shit.
Yeah. I mean, Marchand reminds me of a young Carlos Ruiz.
I like Marchand.
I mean, he better be the backup catcher, not Stubbs.
No, I think they re-signed Stubbs because I think in his deal he can get sent down. So I think they're gonna let the two of them duel it out, and Marchand should beat him out. They beats him out. They bring him. I think last year they just wanted him to play every day, so they left him down there so he could just get some more playing time.
So,
like I said, when it comes to the young guys, I wish they would just let Crawford come up and just let him go, man. We knew what Rojas is.
Do you know who was supposed to pitch yesterday? We were supposed to play Paul Schemes yesterday at spring training.
Nah, it doesn't matter right now.
I know.
Go out and pitch an inning or an inning and a half. It's way too early in spring to even think about anything.
Yeah.
What's the guys look like?
So, yeah. Let's get into the divisions.
All right, let's do it, buddy.
We'll start with the American League. We'll start with the American League East.
AL East, huh?
AL East. We'll go Let's see. I'm gonna go Yankees. Then I'm gonna go. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna go Boston number 2, man.
Boston at 2.
What they have done. Third, I'm gonna go Baltimore, then Toronto, then the Tampa Bay. Look, I gotta have. Can't always be the same teams of always. You gotta have a surprise in there.
I agree.
Boston got Crochet. They got Bregman. They got Devers. Dude, they got a pretty good hitting lineup, Boston.
They got Walker Bueller and
Yeah.
Giolito.
I mean,
they got a good rotation, man. They got I like their offense a lot.
I mean, that's why I picked them to be better than Baltimore. But Baltimore can be better than them. But Baltimore, what killed them is not re-signing Burns when they not trying to re-sign Burns when they gave a lot of farm pieces for him.
Yeah, I agree. That's gonna hurt them big time. They give up a decent amount for him.
They don't have who's their ace now, Rodriguez, and he's not bad. But at the end of the day,
that's playing Morton now too. But I mean,
yeah.
What's Morton, 42?
He's washed. His only pitch is the curveball.
Yeah, I mean, as far as lineup, yeah, they got a really good team, but they're still really young.
Yeah, and they didn't try to re-sign Sonder. They don't re-sign these guys that they should re-sign.
I mean, the dudes they're bringing up though are their big prospects. So I mean, they already have the fill-ins, but still, no, I agree.
Who's your division? Let's hear it.
I think I might agree with you. Yanks. I like Boston. I like what they did.
You got that number 2?
Yeah, Boston. I think it's the Yanks, Boston, big time rivalry. You got at the top. You got to put the O's in there, and then who's the other 2 teams?
Toronto, Tampa. I think Tampa will be competitive, but I think they just trade everybody away.
Isn't Toronto got Scherzer now? He's still kicking.
Yeah, he's old, dude. He stinks. I got them going 4th.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'd probably agree. I'd probably go that with that.
Do you think this is what you look at? Do you think Tampa is going to be better than Toronto?
I think they're both bad. But Tampa always somehow has a way to pitch. You know, I'm going to go the Rays over them. Especially Vladdy on a contract year might be out. But didn't they get South out there?
No, he's in Toronto.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Toronto, Blue Jays.
So you got Tampa going in last?
Yeah, you know, I'm final. No.
You said Tampa Bay over Toronto.
Tampa and then the Blue Jays last.
I mean, I like the way the Rays do it, but I'm surprised their manager's still kicking. After the way he blew the World Series, remember that game? Remember that? What'd he do? Blake Snell was cooking the Dodgers, and he
just terrible analytics.
Took him out.
Dude, your horses going like that, you just let them ride.
It was Game 6. Remember Zach Wheeler against the Astros?
Oh, I remember.
I mean, he was getting tired, I think, anyway. But at least I'd rather him face Alvarez than Alvarado. At that point, he's seen Alvarado so many times. Like when you're in the best 7 series and you got one guy come in after end, you see the same guy over and over and over. Sooner or later, even though Alvarado did have his number, he's going to get to him.
Yeah, I agree.
Next, we'll go to the Central. I got Royals going number 1. Number 2, I'm going Guardians. Then I'm going Twins. Then I'm going. You know what? I'm bursting that. I'm going. And you know what? Actually, I might be going Detroit number 2. I don't know. Detroit, I think, coming up. I'm going to go Royals, Guardians. Yeah, I'll go to Guardians number 2 because their pitching's still nasty. Then I'll go Tigers. Then I'll go. Then the third place team will be the Twins. Then the White Sox. White Sox ain't passing nobody.
Yeah, I'm already going to put the White Sox at the bottom there. And the Tigers added Glaber, didn't they?
Torres, I think they did, didn't I?
Yeah. They finished strong last year, but still, I don't know, man. I don't.
I think the Royals are the best team in that division if they play healthy. They're just Perez coming on, their pitching staff. They're a pretty decent team. I got Royals win that division.
The Royals don't get surprised with who always fights is the Twins. Twins fight.
Twins did fight until they collapsed last year. How much games did they lose at the end of last year?
I'm gonna take the Guardians out.
Number one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Guardians, the Royals.
Why are we calling them the Guardians? The Indians.
Guardians, the Royals. Probably gonna rock the Tigers at 3 due to their pitching, and then Twins, White Sox.
No one's putting the White Sox in any category. They stink.
Yeah, they're bad, man. They
got rid of Crochet. Now Robert's probably gonna be gone soon, I would think.
Yeah, their pitching's terrible. They'll probably, I would say, move Luis Robert at some point here.
That you want Luis Robert.
I'm a fan of him, man. Should have went and pulled the trigger at the deadline last year.
Do you know there's a rumor that the Phillies offered Aiden Miller and Painter, or Aiden Miller and Justin Crawford for Robert, and the White Sox turned us down?
I highly doubt they turned that down. I don't even think we would give up.
I'm just telling you what the rumors are I read.
I don't think we'd give up 2 of those guys, but
I'm just telling you the rumors are what I read.
hey, go get him, man, if he's available.
I mean, I don't want to give up Painter. I've told you that a million times.
Yeah. See, man, he should be in the rotation at some point this year.
I think Ranger's good. I don't think we'll re-sign a Ranger.
Probably not, but see what happens this year.
Next, we got the American League West. I got Rangers, Astros. Astros lost a lot. Again, they lost Bregman. That's going to hurt. Next, I got, I'm going to go with a surprising. Man, this is where it gets. Don't
say it.
Don't say what?
You were going to say the Angels, right?
No, Perry, I can't say the Angels. They're bad.
All right, good.
I think I still got to say Seattle. Seattle still has the pitching, and I wouldn't surprise Seattle past the Astros. Then this is where it gets in. Does Oakland have enough pep to pass the Angels or Vegas?
Not bad.
No, I still think Angels finish 4th. Angels, A's, or Vegas.
Vegas is still the worst team in that division.
They got a couple pieces, dude. They got Mason Miller. They got Mason Miller. Last year, I know, but last year A's were thinking about trading Mason Miller, and he still has 5 more years left. That would be stupid.
That team blows, dude.
Who do you got? What's your division?
I got the A's in last. And then probably going to put the Angels second to last. They're just not good.
And I feel bad for Mike Trout. I really do, but.
Yeah, hopefully he moved to Philly. And then I would probably say the Mariners. And then probably rock the Astros.
Dude, Rangers are coming back healthy, dude. It's Brochi's year, dude. Every other year.
And then I would say, the Rangers at the top. That they got their lineups juiced.
Dude, it is World Series year. This is his favorite to win the World Series every other year.
You got the Grom back, Aldi. They got it. The lineup's juiced.
Dude, every other year he wins the World Series. He'll win this year. He won't win next year. I'm still saying the Phillies are gonna win, but I'm not saying he's gonna win this year, but I'm saying when it was with the Giants, what was it? Every other year.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they got a squad this year, but that lineup is juiced.
Nah, they were hurt last year. Don't forget.
They added Jock Peterson too.
Jock's not a bad player.
Yeah, he had a decent season last year. Arizona.
Next, we're going to go to the NL East. I got Phillies, Braves, Mets, Nationals, Marlins. And the reason I don't have the Mets passing the Braves and Phillies is because their starting pitching stinks. I know they signed Juan Soto. You can say maybe their hitting is a little bit better than the Phillies. I don't think it is, but maybe it is. Some people say it is. On the hitting chart, they might have the Mets up here, but I think what the Phillies did with Lorenzo really can put them ahead of the Braves and Mets. I really do. If everyone stays healthy, adding Lorenzo along with Wheeler, Nola, Sanchez, Suarez, that's big.
Yeah, I agree, Bo. So, as far as the Mets pitching is atrocious.
Who's their best pitcher and he's hurt? Mania?
Lindor and Soto are going to, and Vientos and Alonso are going to cause some havoc, but we saw them. They got hot at the right time. The playoffs, the pitchers got hot. That pitching staff is terrible.
They only cared about hitting. They don't care about pitching. And Phillies check that. And I told you why I don't think the Phillies. Now that I looked at it, I don't know why the Phillies didn't go up. Because they're gonna have money to spend next year. They're gonna go under the luxury tax unless they resign JT and Schwarber.
Hey, the Phillies pitching is arguably top 2 in the entire league.
Them and the Dodgers and
as far as rotation.
Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks have a good one too.
Also, the Dodgers, I think, are at the top. But
who's your division?
A little homer when it comes to this, but I want to see the Phillies do it, man. They dominated in the regular season last year. They just got to get hot in the playoffs again.
Now, who do you think wins the division? Phillies?
I go to the Phils. I think we have better pitching than any of the teams in the division. I want to say I'd probably put the Braves second. Depends when how long Acuna comes back, but once he's back, they'll be rolling. And then Mets. Then I think I'm gonna go with the Nats and then the Marlins.
Marlins steak.
And Nats are starting to be up and coming, man. They got some good young players in Washington, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and we're getting old.
Hey, let's go win it now, man. That's where we're at.
Because Harper's getting old.
Yeah, he's still all right though. Actually, not a hot take, but I think he gives us a little another MVP run this year.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for him to win because the Dodgers have a time and he pitches and hits.
Yeah, I think Hart leads again this year, and I think he goes maybe go to get his third.
Let's see. So that's our division. Next, we're gonna go to the Central. You know what? Next, we got Nationals. Let's see. Now, next we got the NL Central. I'm gonna go with the NL Central. I'm thinking here. We got the Phillies. Not the Phillies. We got the Cubs. Let's see. You know what? I'm taking the Cubs in this division, man. They got better with all their hitting and thing. I think they finally get back to the playoffs. So I'm going to go with Cubs. Second, I'm going to go with the Brew Crew, then Pittsburgh, then the Cardinals and the Reds.
Put the Reds down there, huh? I'm probably going to go with the Cubs or Cincinnati, I think.
Win the division?
Cincinnati has a good lineup. They're pretty deep, and they have a good starting rotation. As far as Pittsburgh, that rotation's compete with anyone with Skeens up top of it, but I'll probably the Cubs are good, man. I'd probably go Cubs, Reds, and then Pittsburgh, and then Brewers could get in there, but I'd probably go Pittsburgh, then the Brewers, and then the last team would be who's the other one? Is there one more? Or is that it? Oh, Cardinals. Yeah, I put the Cardinals in last. Lost Goldschmidt, lost Arenado. They're gonna start kind of rebuilding there.
They lost Arenado?
Yeah.
What team's he on?
What's he on now? Did he got traded? Didn't he?
I don't think he did.
I think he did. He is on. Or is he hurt? Let me see. Hang on.
Maybe he did, but I didn't pop up on my phone, and I didn't hear MLB saying anything about it.
He might still be there then, actually. Yeah, I think he's still there. I thought for some reason, I don't know why, I thought he got moved.
You're making a fool out of yourself on the Bubcast.
No, it's all right. They still stink, so they're still coming.
Don't be surprised though if he gets traded at the deadline.
So I mean, I think he's gonna get moved.
Now we got the West. It ain't that hard. Dodgers, Padres. Then I'll go with the Giants. No wait. You know what? I'm changing this. Dodgers. Now this is where it comes tricky. I still think it's gonna be Padres. Then I'll go Diamondbacks. Then I'll go Giants. Then I'll go Rockies. Rockies stink, Power.
No, I didn't say nothing about them, man.
You said rocks.
I'm going to Dodgers. It's a no-brainer. I'd probably go with Padres second. That rivalry between the two of them. Rockies definitely dead last. They just never get better. Goes down to the Giants, and I'd probably say D-backs than the Giants.
Power, D-backs are not a bad team.
No, I know. I put them at 3. They got a good top of the rotation with Gallen and Burns.
They get bus trouble.
Kelly's pretty good too. But yeah. Dodgers are gonna run away with that one. But I mean, Padres will be right there.
I think we're beating the Dodgers in the playoffs this year, but we'll get to that later down the line.
We'll talk about that as it approaches.
Because I do the Phillies podcast once a week, so.
Okay. So we'll be talking about as Rojas goes downhill, Crawford gets called up.
It's time to.
Leading it throughout the year.
It's time to start talking about things I love, and that's Phillies.
Phil's ball, man. It's back.
It's time the things I love are the Phillies, and maybe I'll do more football podcasts during the year next year.
Well, week to week?
Yeah.
Talk Birds winning, going back to back.
You are focused on, you got to take one game at a time. You do realize they play the Broncos next year, right?
That's free chicken, man.
Bo Nix is rolling in there.
That spread's minus 30, and that's a year out.
What'd you say?
That spread's already minus 30.
Bo Nix, Cooper Kupp, maybe?
That's your answer, man?
What?
Oh, that's your answer?
They're gonna trade for him or Garrett Wilson.
Man. Gee Willie, man. Get him out of New York.
But I'm not worried about football right now. You know, baseball's here. Basketball season. No, not the Sixers. I'm worried about the March Madness. Sixers below.
Yeah, they're cooked, man. They are. Hopefully they just keep losing. Tank.
March Madness is coming up.
Top pick. Oh, yeah, it is. Golf ball's starting to get hot right now.
I'm not working for the Phillies opener, so maybe me and you, Corey, go to the game.
What day is it?
It's a Monday.
Monday. I'm gonna have to see. I'll have to see. We'll figure it out. As it approaches.
It's at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll figure it out as it gets close. Who they got on opening day?
Rockies.
Oh, it's free chicken, man. That team's bad.
And I want to tell you what I want to tell you. I think Luzardo, if he's on, is better than Aaron Nola.
Hey, you know my take on both those guys.
Who?
I'm a big Luzardo guy.
Any on your fantasy team?
Yeah, he's got good stuff, man. He's a horse.
He's not better than Wheeler. He's not better than Wheeler, but I think if he's healthy and when he's on, he's going to be he's our second best pitcher.
That's the key word, healthy. That's his biggest thing he battles is just staying healthy. If he's healthy, he's dynamite. He's going to get the Ks. He's going to get strikeouts. But you know my take on Nola. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wasn't never been a big fan, but I feel like he has pitched decent down. Pitched pretty good down the stretch lately.
Last year in the playoffs, he got hammered.
Yeah, it's just you don't know what you're getting with him, man. It just frustrates me. It just frustrates me a lot. But hey, we got a rotation.
Look, I think the Phillies are due to break through and win the World Series. So
They got it, man. They got to do it. Get Harper one. Harper needs one. Topper needs one.
you and this Topper fellow.
Topper's back.
If he doesn't win this year, you think he's fired?
I'm on top. Depends what happens, man. See what happens. All I know is he's back, baby. Do it for top.
You think this guy's like the best manager in the league?
Hey, he's
The
out.
Dodger manager stinks.
Who?
Roberts.
Didn't they just win the World Series?
Yeah.
Isn't that his second one?
Yeah.
What are you smoking?
Bro, that team's loaded, dude.
I don't disagree with you, but
He's not a smart manager.
He's still World Series champ, man.
Me and you could manage that team.
Maybe me, not so you.
Me, dude. Me.
You'd probably have Ohtani coming in to close games out.
No one. I would have Ohtani and Betts back to back. Ohtani Betts.
Isn't that what they do?
What?
That's what they do already.
Yeah, or Betts or Ohtani. That's what you're supposed to do.
Hey, all I know is we got to beat them, man. That team's juiced.
We will beat them.
We'll see what happens.
We have Kepler. Kepler could be the answer.
I wasn't happy when it happened, as that was our big move. But the more I think about it, I think he could be a solid piece.
He's better than Austin Hayes.
No, Hayes was terrible, man. You can't.
But again, you can't all blame that. Hayes was hurt.
Hayes was terrible. Terrible move. Terrible pickup.
We should have brought him back.
Dombrowski has been terrible at the deadline. He's just, if the dude doesn't do what we need to put this team over when we can clearly see what they need at the deadline, then it's on him again. Because last year it was on Dombrowski. I said it before the deadline, said it at the deadline.
Dombrowski has a World Series.
When did he win that? Like years ago?
He won it in I think when the Red Sox won their wasn't it?
They're still gassing him up for it. The dude is
wasn't it like 2015?
The only thing he was able to do is when Middleton says, "Yeah, go spend millions in the offseason." It's pretty easy to call Trey Turner and say, "We're going to give you an absolute bag." He's obviously going to sign. It's when he needs to make the right moves at the deadline to put the team over based on what their problems are, and he has yet to do it. Just has yet to do it.
All right, we'll see what happens with the Phillies. But before we go, you want to bring up the Eagles Super Bowl win?
Champs, man, world champs. I told you on the Bubcast last time, man. I was on. Gave you the scenario. I said we were going to play the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And we were gonna pop them. And what did we do? Belt to ass. Put Mahomes in the turf all games.
Did you enjoy the game?
Enjoyed the game. Enjoyed the parade. It was a celebration, Bob. It was a party for a couple weeks, man.
Unlike me, talking as a Broncos fan.
That's got to be tough. Now we get into the off. This is the Broncos' favorite time, the off season. They get a draft pick, they get this, they get that. This is their favorite time, man.
Dude, Broncos are on the up and up.
The Birds, we look forward to this.
You better hope you don't run into the Broncos next year. Oh, wait, you do. We're coming to South Philly.
Oh, we'll be in the lots early. That's free chicken.
And I'm gonna come down to the lot right with you. With my
tailgate.
Bo Nix jersey wrapped around my neck.
No way. I might have to spit on that.
Can I wear my Bo Nix jersey into Philly, dude? They ruined it. Someone's getting hurt.
From who, you?
Yeah, me.
The Broncos are going to get pummeled anyway, so.
Dude, Broncos may beat the Chiefs for the division next year.
Oh, we'll worry about that in August when we get on to talk football. Because I'll be laughing at that one.
That's going to be it. Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders.
We'll see. We got to see what happens with the draft and the free agency.
Broncos are rumored to go after the big defense guy from the Chiefs.
Who?
I forget his name.
Dude, we'll see what.
He's a free agent.
We'll see what type of moves they make, and then we'll see what we got going on.
So, see, you hope the Eagles win the Super Bowl. We shall see.
We'll see. We shall see, buddy. Back to back.
Bo Nix is coming up.
Bo Nix.
Yeah, as much as I like Bo Nix, Broncos had a chance to draft Josh Allen.
Hey, control the controllables. You can only move forward.
John Elway said his biggest regret is not drafting Josh Allen.
Hey, it's already done. Already happened. Can't do anything about it.
So, we did a good podcast tonight, Power. All right, buddy?
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you having me on.
Talk to you.
See you, buddy.